You and Deno cool right now?
I'm gonna tell you a secret. Honestly, I thought it would have made me feel better because it's something that I've always wanted to do. And I feel like what comes fast, leave faster.
Mackerel.
Mackerel.
Yeah. Were you guys friends or what was that situation in the first place?
Oh my God. You know what?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a special guest live in the studio today. Listen, this is her first time in Toronto, Canada. She just did a show with The Angel last night, an award show. It was amazing and stuff. But we get to sit down and talk to her and really find out a lot more about her because you see her on social media. To me, I consider her a content creator. That's a body for everything, which is music, modeling, everything that she does. You know, we have in the building today, we have KIZZY Don in the building today. What's going on, KIZZY?
KIZZY Don. Nothing that's going on. I'm just here chilling, enjoying Canada so far, so good. And I'm here with The Angel, with these couple shows. And, things look bright so far. I'm very, very grateful. So, yeah, just chilling.
When you came to Toronto, was it what you expected, what you've seen so far? Or what's the vibe like out here so far?
I thought it would have been different. I've been traveling since I was 16 years old to the USA. So it's a lot of similarities. I had different expectations. Like, the place looks the same to me. I don't know if I'm tweaking, but it looks a lot like the US to me. I think the only difference is the money. Maybe, I don't know, my opinion.
So this is a question. What part of the US did you really go to?
I've been to like over 8 states because I have a lot of relatives there. So Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York.
Yeah.
Texas, a lot of places. So.
You can't compare Toronto's nice, clean place to New York. Come on, man.
It depends on what part. New York is
now.
very big. It depends on what part of New York.
Listen,
let's just say that.
First of all, unless you're going to like Long Island, if you're like in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, and those places there, you cannot compare that to Toronto at all.
Well, let's not talk about the boroughs. I'm just talking about like Long Island, Manhattan. Manhattan is more beautiful anyway, so. And by the way, the roads from the airport was pretty bad, so.
From where to where? Hold on, where do you guys have this girl? Where
the
is this
road
girl?
was very, very rough. I was surprised.
You know what it was? It's probably construction. They're probably under construction. We don't have bad roads out here.
Let's not make excuses.
Listen, there's two seasons we have in Toronto. 1, winter. 2, construction. All right? Remember that. When it comes to our roads, we don't play with roads.
Well, definitely. I thought it would have looked different, but it's not a lot different. Maybe England would have an impact on me, like something different, It's okay.
It's okay.
For me, it's just the dollars that looks different. So, yeah.
Do you like it or you don't like it, the dollars?
The dollars, like the money?
Yeah.
If I like it?
Yeah.
I love all types of money. I mean, it looks different, but yeah.
Money is money, right?
Money is definitely money, yeah. It don't matter what color. Yeah. Money is money.
All right, it's all good. KIZZY, as I said, when I introduce you as a content creator. I know you do music, you do lives, you do skits, you do everything. Modeling and brand ambassador, everything. And what I find is you're like, this is where artists are in 2024. You have to be a hybrid of everything.
Definitely.
That's why I consider you a content creater because music is content too, you know?
Yeah, definitely jack of all trades here. Yeah. I just found a way to make things work for me, I'm just breaking out into my music career. And, I want to big up The Angel for that, the support and, always give me a chance. Some people don't actually like to give new artists chance. And I appreciate that a lot, Yeah, so the transition is slow so far, but we're getting there.
Slow-mo is better than no-mo.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where did you get your hustler instincts from?
I mean, just overall my life, the way I grew up, I've just always been a go-getter. Things were not easy for me as a child, as a teen, none of that. I never had, let's just say, bread and egg for breakfast. Sometimes it's just water or like a black tea. So even now, 26 years old, I'm frightened for bread and egg. Even when I can't just buy it and have it in the house, I'm like, so what did he just to me say, you come like a food thief, so all the time. She said, hold on. And it was so funny to me, like, it actually just gave me like a flashback for like 5 seconds. She said to me, you never grew up in the food? And then I said, no. And then that's when she realized that, KIZZY really Yeah.
This is for real, for real. That part
Yeah.
isn't an act. This is for real, for real.
Definitely. Things like cereal, cornflakes excite me because as a child, it was always like a dream to have just like cornflakes and milk for breakfast. You know, like when you sit on the TV and they're like, you know, mommy, you can't buy that. And mommy, I said, why me not have it, you know? The one toes in the off a stretch, the mackerel off a stretch. When you get mackerel, you know, it's just basically gravy and dumpling. So, I mean, it's just, that's where I got my drive from, just wanting better for myself, you know, wanting to break free from just the poverty overall, you know? So, my hustle just got in me and I just stand up in it and decide, you know, I'm going forward and this is what I want.
All right, 'cause I
Yeah.
know originally you were born in St. Catharines, Old Harbor,
Yeah.
and grew up for a bit in Marley Acres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Marley Acres. I left there when I was like 7 or 9 years old. I'm not entirely sure. I was very young. And my mom left and went to Mandeville. So I've been there ever since.
What was it like growing up in Old Harbor at that time? Now?
Honestly, I don't remember a lot. I don't remember a lot there. I just have a lot of relatives there now. I do go back ever so often, but I don't remember. I don't have a lot of memories there. I left when I was young. Nothing changed when I went to Mandeville immediately. But I don't have a lot of, honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Do you think it's something you blocked out because there was some experiences or whatever the case is, or that's just how your mind works? You just do not remember.
I was a child. It's not much to remember. You know, we played. Life was rough still. And when we went to Mandeville, it was still rough for a while. I don't remember a lot. No, I don't.
Okay, so then your real life started in Mandeville, in your mind. This is where everything started for you.
Yeah, definitely. When I think about myself, I think my memories started clicking at age of 14. Because I feel like up to 12, 13, I was just like nonchalant and just being a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like my memories start at age 14 and I hit like, you know, high school. I think age 14 was like 8th grade. I'm not certain. But yeah, I don't remember much before that. Yeah.
And you have 4 brothers and sisters, or 5 of them?
I have 7 sisters actually. I was told my dad has a son. My dad is now deceased. Them say I'm son, but we don't really have a relationship. So my mom has 6, 7 girls. I make 7, and my dad has a daughter on the outside as well. So I say I have 7 sisters, right? Yeah, 7 sisters.
Yeah.
And 1 brother.
7 sisters, 7 different minds, right?
Yeah, definitely. My sisters are so different. It's actually surprising. I am nothing like them. They're so laid back and they're all mommy's girls. I'm like, what they call it now? I don't know how to, the wolf in the pack,
The black sheep.
the black sheep. They can't understand where I get my mindset from. But you know what's good? They always tell me that I motivate them and they just don't have the energy or the drive to be like me. I'm just different, you know. It's crazy.
You're the oldest, youngest, in between. Where do you fall?
Third to last. Yeah.
Okay, so you're basically middle, somewhere in between there.
Yeah. Basically, my oldest sister is like 41. Yeah. So,
Good. Doing your stuff, you're here. And you said you're different because I guess you're the only one with that hustling mentality and stuff.
they have hustling mentality. I'm just different overall. The way I behave, the way I walk, the way I talk, you know. We look the same, but we're not the same. Yeah.
Yeah. What's so different about you?
My drive, that's my passion. Like, I just want to be different. I just want to be, I'm just a brand. I just want to excel. I like the lights. I like the glamour. I like the stardom. And they don't. They're so reserved, you know. So I'd say that.
That's the biggest difference here.
Yeah.
You're talking about high school. You used to go to Spalding High?
I did, yeah. I went to Spalding High School. I never really liked school.
You didn't like school?
No.
Oh, come.
In school, I didn't have nothing. I hated my one uniform. I hated my school shoes. I hated my bag. I wanted to look clean and rich, but mommy didn't have money to buy the new shoes every September. And I want to shout out my neighbor. Her name is Monica. She bought me a school shoes. When she said that the one I have on a drop off on my foot, she's like, no, come, my neighbor. I buy you one shoes. And she bring me go buy her shoes, you know. So I want to big her up for that. Yeah. I never liked school.
You didn't like it? So, okay. But what kind of student were you in school? Though? Even if you didn't like it, was school easy for you or you just did not like it at all?
I did well in school, but I didn't like it. Yeah. I did very well. I was a jovial child, you know, fun, full of excitement. But I was a good student, though.
Yeah.
I just didn't like school. Yeah.
Is that where, and what came first for you? Music or like character, making characters? What was the first thing you discovered about yourself?
Music. I'm gonna tell you why and how I discovered. I was going to church. I was younger, and I was younger going to church. I love the mic, but I feel like I'm not gonna call anybody names because I don't feel like it's professional. But I was going to a Pentecostal church. I can never forget that, and I always wanted to be the lead singer. But I felt like I didn't get the opportunity because mommy wasn't one of the ones who had the most offering to the pan. And I wasn't the cleanest or the most neatest child going to, but I had interest in church. And it's not because of the Bible, it was the mic. So it was a stardom. It was when I opened my mouth and I had a powerful voice as a child. I knew all the gospel songs and I just wanted to shine and I wanted to be the leader every Sunday and I never got a chance to be the leader at all. And I felt like it was unfair after asking countless times to be a lead singer, knowing that I was the best. Well, even if I wasn't the best, I thought I was. So
You have to you have to feel that in yourself, or else
Yeah.
nobody else will feel that. You
yeah,
understand?
but I run from church and I realized I can't get a mic. I never went back to church. That's what made me
Stop
leave church.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized I really love music. I had a passion for stardom. Even if I didn't discover it was music then, I knew I had a passion to be seen and the stardom and I wanted to be talked about. And I just liked the whole, I like that.
You like the limelight. You like the attention. That's what you like.
Yes. And I like it in a positive way. If it's negative, I like shy away from it. I want it to be positive always, but it won't always be positive though. And I had to learn the hard way about it because I didn't understand what comes with fame. But now that I do, I know how to deal with it, a little bit better. Yeah.
And who were you listening to musically? Who inspired you when you seen, hey, I see what this person is doing, and this is how people are reacting to him? Who was it that you're looking and say, this is what I want for myself?
It changed over the years. It's always somebody else every 2-3 years because I feel like as I age, my mind develops differently. At this age, it might have been I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. And then by the time I hit 16, it's somebody else. But I grew up listening to a lot of positive music like Sizzla Kalonji and even the angel herself. I grew up listening to a lot of her music, just seeing her on the TV when you had like little breaks and stuff. It was just amazing. She was like lights, camera, action. A lot of artists inspire me over time. So I wouldn't stick a pin on anyone in particular. I just knew I loved music. And this minute I have a favorite here and the next minute I have a favorite there. And it just continued like that.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
know it was the attention, the lights, the fanfare. That's what you liked, and that's what you were almost craving at one point.
Right. And I'm just craving success right now. So let's see what happens, God.
All right. I know you're known as the brown girl that hustles on the plaza in Mandeville.
Yeah, definitely. I was
right.
popular then before I hit social media, which is crazy. I used to I just sell everything I could grab, whatever I could make a profit off. I just grab them and sell them because that was what I was doing for a living. And I had bills to pay. Nobody was feeding me. I was just doing this all alone. So yeah, everybody knew me as the girl. It's always uptown, downtown, round town. Would I have polish, toothbrush, curtains, whatever I had. I was just selling them. I didn't have like a one item per se. I was just doing multiple, whatever I could grab.
And that was part of the hustler instinct that I was talking about earlier, that
Yeah.
this is anything to make this happen. I don't like, because for one, you like the success, the fame, the attention, but you did not like the poverty. That seemed to really affect you in a way where it seems like you blocked out a lot of almost half your life because of either something that was happening, but you blocked out that part there.
Listen, to how I ate poverty, I ran away from it. I left the yard the home when I was about 18, 19. I left and I went to rent a nice apartment in a nice scheme because I feel like if I want better for myself, I have to take myself out of the wilderness and run. And that's what I did. Yeah, I wasn't really struggling because even if I was just selling my items in the street to pay my bills, at least I was comfortable. When I was living back with mom up in the wilderness, that's what I call it. I wasn't happy. I was miserable entirely. And that just, like it was a shadow over me every day to climb over that hill that no car can drive up. I really hated it. So I ran away. I hate poverty so bad.
You hate it.
So bad. I'm not financially stable yet. And I have a fear of getting pregnant and not being financially stable because of how I was brought up, I don't want no kids going through what I went through. I want to give them the best of life. Yeah.
No, I could understand because it's always amazing to see, even speaking to Angel the first time she was here, coming from like a 1 bedroom house in Spanish Town, and then to see where she's come. And it's just like, you're just at the beginning of your journey. To know that you came from, as you said, in the
A one
wilderness.
bedroom.
You
It's a
understand?
1 bedroom. When we're in a falling or the house a leak. Bad pan settings, all the way bungalow up on one bed. Me and all of my sister in bungalow up. Wear all the same clothes, same shoes. You want to go where they can't go because other sister gone in night. I can't find a panty me pin out. Somebody has gone night. Trust me.
Yeah.
It was traumatizing.
Yeah. No, I get you. I know that the first time you really appeared on my radar was when you were doing your accent.
Funny enough, that accent, trust me, it worked miracles.
Yeah.
I didn't even plan to get that accent. It was just I was just mimicking my former boss. I didn't plan. I didn't know it would have went viral. I just made a video, and my sister was always encouraging me to go on TikTok. I'm like, I don't even understand the app, and I just took up the phone one day and I started making a video, and it went viral. I'm like, oh, they like this, so let me continue it, and ta-da, yeah.
Your boss, what were you, when you were working for him, what were you doing? Because I know you were in the States doing stuff, but what were you doing?
My boss is Pakistan. Was Pakistan. I was washing pots, plates.
Okay.
I was cleaning. I was working very hard in the kitchen. Yeah, and he hired me because I wanted a job so bad. Yeah, it was just a hustle, Right.
And you were doing that in the States at one point.
Yeah, in the States. I was doing that in the States.
You see, when you hustle and there's almost like no end to your hustle, we're going to get this out of the mud one way or another. We're going to get this. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And it was very hard because I grew up poor, but I grew up lazy. Meaning, even though we were poor, my mom never really put a lot of pressure on me to do a lot of house chores. It was just like, she does everything. Our mother sisters do. So anybody else, I'm the lazy one. So it was even surprising to them that I got a job in a restaurant because them said now gonna last a week, and it lasted 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
And that was very surprising, and it was very hard. I remember one night I left the kitchen work and went home. I was in Jersey, and when I went home, I fell asleep in the kitchen clothes because I had to walk. For me to the salary I was getting, for me to pay an Uber every day to work, it would cost like $20 thereabout to go and 20 to come. I was making maybe like 60, 75 a day, depending on if I had overtime. So I was like, how am I going to do this? Yeah, if I'm going to do the Uber and I don't have a car here. So I started waking up early to walk. So the walk was like sometimes 25 minutes, sometimes 30, 45, depending if rain's falling. Because I got to walk and stop every other place when the rain can be devastating. So it was challenging. I remember one day I went home and the restaurant clothes, I was dirty. I wore all black and I had the name on the shirt. So I fell asleep on the blow-up bed in the room. And when I woke up the morning by my alarm, I realized I'm asleep all the whole night. I never budge. Like when they come home and say, I got to take a nap. The nap turned, the quick five turned to the next morning. That was the alarm waking me up. That's how tired I was. And when I woke up, I just wipe out the pants because I know I'm working in the kitchen. I got to go wash the pots now. If I don't go, I'm going to lose the job. Them place thing, dog eat dog. If you're late, somebody is hired. They're not waiting for you. I had to just wipe out the little flour on the pants on the knee and wipe out and just head on, because if I didn't start walking, I wouldn't make it to work on time. So I had to get there. I had to get there. It was a struggle, but I'm happy I went through everything I did.
But that builds character, but you don't realize that until after the fact. You see, once you're going through it, this is like hell. I hate this. I want this over. I can't stand this. Why me? I just want this over.
Yeah, that too. But wash your pot, I actually start loving it. Because I realized when I soak it in the warm water and take a 5 on the back, it's easy to wash. I'm like, oh, this is easy. Look at what they got to be serving. They got to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just at the back washing and, doing whatever I got to do. So it was easy.
You're funny. Was your boss a good boss, a bad boss? Why did you decide to imitate him?
I just found him funny. He was just humorous. He was a good boss. It's just I had to keep myself busy. When I started mimicking him, it was like when he's coming and he see you're not doing things, he say, oh, pack, do something, so it was just so funny. Like when When I see him coming, I know what he's gonna say. Like in my mind, I'm like, pack. So I just start moving my hands. Even if there's nothing there, lifting something and pinning something, I just gotta be moving quick as possible for him to just say, okay, you do job. And that's and that was it, like it was just it was definitely an experience.
Yeah, no, definitely, because it's almost like thank him. 'Cause if it wasn't for him, you probably wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now.
And he doesn't even know that.
Yeah.
From I left that job, I haven't spoken to him. He doesn't know anything. Like he's not a social media person either. It's crazy. Some of the stuff I went through, some of them unbelievable. I remember when I just went to the States, I was like 17 thereabouts, soon almost 18, and I went to see my grandmother. My grandmother was in this church called Mennonite. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that religion.
Of course.
I don't like the church. It's not my religion.
Yeah.
But I wanted a job because I said, oh, me I go back home broken as so. What we can do? And grandma put on her dress and I got to church. And every day she go to church, she left me at the house because she not force her religion on me.
Yeah.
You know, say one day me put on mama frock. Go to church back and mama. So I reach the church and I realize, say, children there my age, kids there my age. I'm like, gotta friend these people. So I ended up talking to this white girl, Juanita, Muslim, and I can't forget her name.
Yeah.
And then she introduced me to this factory job. It's an egg factory, but the Mennonites, they own it. So I'm like, get a job here. I gotta wear the dress. So I said to Juanita, can I get one of your dresses? She said, your dress is big. I gotta take it to a Goodwill. They sell her dresses there. I'm not talking about, this is the countryside in Pennsylvania. This is the suburbs. And I said, well, just give me one of yours until I start working. I can buy one because we were about the same size. And let me tell you something. I put on that dress and I went up for the job and I got it. And I was in the Mennonite, living the religion for the whole 5 months. Hold on. So much, I was offered a husband in the church. And I'm like, Mama, if I go on, can't do this. Some of my settings, I want to work more one still. Not that I was tricking anybody. It was definitely an experience for me.
It was a hustle. You're
was
hustling. You got to make it happen.
And I couldn't get it unless I was a part of the religion. So
So all you had to do was put on the dress.
them say when I got home, I do what the Romans do. It's not like they force you to say, okay, I'm a Christian or whatever. You're just attending church, attending church regularly. So I just put the dress on and I just fit in. And I actually was introduced to Jacob, and he was a white guy, and he liked me. And, Jacob's parents knew my aunt and my grandma, and I'm like, two-sided.
I'm just here to get some money. I can't really.
Yeah.
This is what I'm here for.
God bless big up Jacob if he sees this, but it ain't for me.
Yeah. No, it's just funny to where you start, to where you are now, to where you're going to end up in the future. That's always amazing to me.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That's why I like to have these kind of conversations with people like you. So, okay, now put out the first video. You have it, but you had a store before you had put out your first video.
I did. Yeah. I had a store right before COVID hit. I was hustling the street for like 3.5 years. And then I had a store, but I didn't understand the nature of business. I didn't know how, the concept. I didn't know how to go about it. I just know I was just selling, making my profits, saving my money. Took a flight, went to the States, and I packed about 6 barrels of stuff. But this was just like from my natural hustle, like just me, no help, no assistance, nothing. And then I got my barrels. I went to the wharf. I cleared them, whatever. Got my little location. I registered my business, K Daniel's Beauty and Boutique. I wasn't just selling clothes. I was selling hair products from the dollar store. Just load up some Barbara Dollar Tree products, hair gel, whatever. And I just, got my showcase, whatever it costed me some money. And boom, COVID hit. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy because COVID hit and I'm never say nothing for the rainy day. So what do I do? So in the midst of COVID, it was just terrible. It was just a moment for me to think. And I actually got so stressed out because things at the store. And it's like when it just started, they still wanted rent. And governments everywhere is supposed to close down. So the guy, he wasn't really nice. He was like, if you're not the rent, come out, basically.
It's business.
And I had to pack up all my mannequins I just bought. I had to pack up everything. Nothing was selling. I can't pay the rent no more. And it's business, nothing personal. You got to get out of his shop, COVID or not. He wants his rent. So I just pack up and I took everything home and I just felt disappointed. I was saying, like, oh, what is Pomodoro, Jesus? After me, when I'm proud of myself and own business now, everything just shattered completely, in a matter of weeks, just right before. And I'm like, what do I do now? I start run a walk, St. Elizabeth Bottom, Mandeville, I sell the shirts and that I was trying to sell for 4,000 a piece, Jamaican dollars, by the way. And selling them for like 1,000 just to survive during COVID because I didn't have any help. Squash that, no work, I have the stuff bundle up still. Nobody not buying no clothes during COVID because everybody's on total lockdown. And then now I got evicted. Then I got evicted and I say, okay, I want to go back home. My sisters are okay to live with, but I just don't want to be around everybody when I'm going through what's going on in my life. I want to be alone.
You want to figure it out on your own.
Right. And I was like, I want to go back home. I got eviction letter, I got this, I got that. Landlord is sending a COVID straight. Them want them renter come out. I'm the person. I said, oh my God, no, Father God. I had to go back, I had to take my Frenches back to the yard. Home I want to go.
Yeah.
And when I went up there now, I took everything there and I packed it up in my room because I always have my room there. Mommy always say, that room there is for Dan. So just, nobody not go in there, she have her key, whatever. So I pack up my settee, everything, my TV. I'm there about 2 months. I said, this now work. I'm just telling my cost me, look what you did with your life, Ray. You mash up, this, that. COVID, liquor, you can't, none way out. And it just added to my stress level. I just ship out. My grandma had a house. I would say it's kind of like abandoned. They still go there and cut the yard every so often, but, nobody lived there. And I just went there. And I was just in there with like a fan and just a piece of sponge, not even a sheet. And it was just a peace of mind for me. And I just wanted to be alone. The zinc them right done. Me in there, I fry my dumpling at the daytime. Sometimes I put with it, I'm just put a little sugar. I'm just fry with it with some water. I'm just go on easy and wraps. Because I just wanted to be alone, to meditate on how I'm going to go forward. And that's when I started doing TikTok. So people gravitated to me. They're like, that girl here, she's so beautiful and she's poor. And they must see the background, they must see the zinc, they must see the old stove, not the house. But they on live, I have on the ear, but el chamba. I didn't really care. I just was just being me.
Yeah.
And they liked me, and then I had the accent too. So they were like, where's this girl? Somebody help her. She's so poor and she's pretty. And it was a drama.
Okay, so was this the first time that you realized that you were pretty, or you had known this before and you didn't use it isn't the right word, but yeah, was this the first time you really understood it?
No, I know I'm pretty, but I wasn't told so much. Like everybody was like, because usually people that I know personally say, oh, my forehead big or I'm this. They always find some kind of fault with me. And I'm like, them crazy because they don't look like me.
Yeah.
So why do I tell me all these negative stuff? I'm like, they must bad mind. But then the media was like, oh my God, the girl's so pretty, more she get help, whatever. I'm going to start beg help. Because they must have need to get help, so I'm going to start beg the help. And then some people who knew me personally was like, she's not poor, she had a store, she had this, she had that. But they didn't realize that all of that, all that fall. COVID hit and I was back to zero, and they were making comments saying I'm a con artist because they know me and they know all that I have or whatever, and I didn't have anything again because I used all the money I had to open the store. COVID come and I pack up with the clothes and run a jamboree. I have to go until them start mildew, Mandeville is cold. I have to come at me and tell them as bend on after a while. Ray clothes. So people who thought they knew me and know my pocket, I didn't have any money. It just looked nice on the outside. I was able to accomplish enough. I sold my stuff. I made my profit. I did it for like 3 years. And I saved. I'm big on saving. I'm a big saver. Somebody must say I'm stingy, but it's not stingy. It's just that I know what I want and I have to save to get there.
Yeah.
I had no help.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the accent now is kicking off. Did people, okay, so clearly people know that you're from Jamaica, but the people that just found your video and stuff, did they even know where you're from?
Majority of them, no, not in the beginning. But then them started to give all kind of old videos and stuff. And even when they found out, they still loved the accent. Some people were saying, oh, it's annoying or whatever, why she talk like that? And in my head, I'm like, what if I was really Guyanese living in Jamaica? Guyanese talk different from us. What if I was Chinese and I just tried to talk the broken English? I would have sounded different. So why is it such a bother that I am just doing me? People find stuff that works for them, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I didn't see what the big issue was.
When I knew you were serious about this accent was when I seen you go on the fix. And when I seen you hold it from beginning to the end, I say, yo, you see this girl here? This girl's freaking bad, bruh.
And let me tell you something, that's talent.
But then why do you think I said you're bad?
A lot of people don't realize that. They don't recognize it. They don't know how to deal with it. They're like, she's so annoying. It takes somebody that's very talented to do what I did.
Because I seen Naro and Ari try their best to break your character, try their best. At one point, they were almost confused, but you held it. I said, yo, you see, this girl's freaking wicked, bro.
You know what? I'll say the accent definitely a part of me. It's what made me who I am today. And for that, I'm truly grateful. Yeah, they tried to break the character, but, it's like I'm in a movie. And this is what I got to do to get paid. And that's how I got paid off my voice.
What was it you said?
So I
you
didn't
had
break character.
Robach?
Huh?
It was Robach you said you had on, not Reebok. Robach.
I told them, they said, I look whatever taken care of. I don't remember what exactly, but I told them I paid $20 for my shoes. It's not a Reebok. It was something. It's a Reebok imitation. I don't remember how it was spelled exactly, but I paid $20 for it and I was rocking it. I liked it. It was comfy and it's what I can afford. So yeah.
From there, how do you deal with online hateful comments?
I just don't. Sometimes I read them and I find them funny because I'm like, them people them writing. Sometimes me and my friends sitting, I'm like, somebody say, Kizzy, what I'm saying, certain people they must bored. They must have a lot of time to just find, all the time to type stuff about me. They don't even know me. It's crazy. A lot of them I find them funny. Trust me, I find a lot of them funny. Yeah, a lot of them very funny.
No, they're definitely, because it's working on online. It could be difficult sometimes, especially if you're not in a good mood. Then you just pick up your phone and you're just scrolling and you see people saying all type of things about you and you're not in that zone. It could be hard sometimes.
It depends on the situation. Sometimes I make a content that's, comedic, and I see them making, I will laugh. But if it's something like serious and then I see where, they're going off, I'm like, what is this really? Like, it can be a little bit of a tension sometimes, but after a while you get used to it. It's just like, whatever. Yeah.
Have this. When you're hustling, you're doing all this, you have this character now. When did you get back into music? Were you into music first before the character and you started recording, or where did that come into play?
I was doing music before the character, all right? And then I tried to incorporate both and I realized it's not working because I'm still doing music while I'm having this character and then it's just not working. The people, they gravitate to just the comedic aspect of me. And it's like the music, they don't want to hear it. They're like, when they see me, they'll be like, hey, TikTok, can you talk in the voice? And I'm like, yeah, just check out my music, whatever. And it's like, I'm like, what? How am I going to break this? How am I going to elevate from here? I mean, the accent is cool. Everybody know me for that. I'm already known. And they can't unknow me. So what do I do going forward? And I'm like, okay, so what do you really want? I really want the music. That's what I love. The accent pays me. I'm a brand ambassador, and they anytime companies, corporate, they reach out to me, they're asking for the accent and not how I'm talking right now. So I get paid to talk in the voice, and then I do my music, and I get paid to talk and do my shows. So it's like I have two personalities that's working and gets me a check every month. So. Yeah, people who hate the voice, I want to say when corporate reach out to me, they only want the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Does that character have a name, or you just put everything under Kizzy Don?
I call her Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah.
And where is she supposed to be from?
Diamond?
Yeah.
I do not know, but I call her Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because even when I see you talking, and even certain words, it's like, how did this girl even know to pronounce this word here?
It's just a
in that
talent.
accent?
It's just a talent. I don't even know how I do it. But let's just say this. I'm talented. So gifted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a talent.
Okay. Content and now music. What was your first music video that you did that started to get traction? 'Cause I know you've been putting out stuff, but what was the first one that got traction?
The first one that got traction, let me see. I'll say Hollywood. Girl walk out, 'cause your body good. Skin pretty mossy Hollywood. You know you have it and you got it good. Thumbs up just as a dolly should. Look how you nice then suppose you get a visa. None of them couldn't hold you in ya. Run road mossy Shelly Fraser. A shock man you know she say you a teaser. That was the first one that got. Yeah, people like that one a lot and I like it too. Yeah.
How did you come up with that song there, Hollywood?
I was just spitting lyrics, I was just like freestyling like to myself. I'm like, girl walk out. So after the girl walk out, where am I going to next? What you gonna tell them? Say them girl them this. It's kind of like a big up song for the ladies, So yeah, I just came up with it out of the blues.
Yeah. That's the one that, even now, that's the, when you say Kizzy Deno music, that's a song that people
Yeah,
know.
I realize when I go to shows, they all know Hollywood, and even the angel keeps telling me sing Hollywood, and I'm like okay, and I realize every time I say Hollywood, they're all singing back,
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh well, this one is working.
Yeah. But when you're with somebody, rolling with somebody like the angel, you gotta take her experiences and put it towards you. What can I take from her that's gonna work for me? She said, okay, sing it because it's gonna take 18 months to break it. Okay, I'll do that.
I take a lot from the angel actually, and before I've been rolling with her, I was performing, but I feel like I wasn't performing so the best of my ability. I don't feel like I'm doing it now still, but when I perform with her, it's like she give me this boost and she's give me the confidence, and I watch her and she's just amazing, She teaches me a lot, like just the way her confidence, her expression, it's just a lot. She's just the angel. There's only one the angel. I tell you something,
Yeah.
believe me. Yeah.
What was it about her in the first place where you say you wanted to connect with her?
Something I know.
Yeah.
I just been stalking her for a podcast interview because, like, I reached out to her 2 months for an interview. She said yes. I got a number from her every time I call the number. Yeah, angels, whatever, voicemail, whatever. I messed it up when I take me around with her. I jump on her live a few times. I'm gonna ask her again. I joined her live on TikTok. She said, "Me, come on, Ray, because send him a number." And then again. I just never gave up because I'm a true fan of her, and I really wanted to have a sit down with her. I don't think she even knew how much of a fan I was until she came to my podcast. And I want you guys to check it out, KIZZY TV on YouTube. That's my podcast channel. And when she came there, we had a discussion, very brief. And she realized that every time she talks about a song, I know it. So she's like, whoa, well, KIZZY's a true fan. I just loved her as an artist. And she's so beautiful. And growing up, she's just like, what you call it, the Kim Kardashian of dancehall. A lot may not want to admit it, but the angel was definitely the face. She was just everything, the model, the looks, the smile. When you see the angel, you just see a true star, even up to now. And I just going from watching her on TV and then meeting her and realizing it's no different in person. That was just amazing for me. And I just, yeah,
Her energy is
really admire
unmatched.
her. Energy's unmatched. I really admire her. She's just the
Definitely.
first lady of dancehall.
You
Yeah.
understand. I want to get into some things here now. We had a nice conversation so far. Let's get into some things. All right.
This feels like a hot seat. What's up?
It's red, right?
It's red.
It's red. All
Yeah, you
right.
got it. Yeah.
Mackerel. All right.
Mackerel.
Yeah. How did you guys, were you guys friends, or what was that situation in the first place?
Oh my God. You know what? We played a few TikTok matches. I had no kind of relationship with her outside of just matches. Just like how you go on a random match and you play a match with somebody. Anyways, I don't know how it happened. And oh yes, I invited her to my Hollywood music video shoot, and she charged me a little fee because she said she coming from far, and that's how we got to exchange numbers. It was just business, and she came there, and that's how she got my number because I had to, switch contacts or whatever. And she called me one day and she said, she want to move or whatever, and I'm like, oh, damn. And she explained her situation. I don't want to get too much into that because I don't feel the need to. And I decided to help her to get somewhere. We never really had a relationship. She doesn't know anything about me. I doubt she knows my biological name. And I don't know if I know hers. It's just a situation that I helped. And I thought it would have helped her to be a better person. And, whatever happened from there happened.
Crashing the car. What were you guys drinking or partying? What was happening that night where the car crashed?
You know what's so funny? I got booked for a show. It was in Negril. She called me because we were living on the same apartment. I think it was a holiday. I don't remember which one in particular. She say, "Mama, want something to do, whatever." Remember, even though we are neighbors, we don't really hang out. We don't nothing. It's like if I'm going out, I'm going in my van or something, and I see her like, "What's up? You good?" So it's not like we had a relationship. So when she called me and I said, you know, so make book for your show, Ray, and she said, oh, make a come. I said, girl, you sure? Because I'm almost there and it's going to be over by the time you get here, knowing the distance from Mandeville to somewhere in Negril. And she said, no, when baby father would live my driver good. I said, okay, well, and I think it was it Dream Weekend? I think it was, I don't know what big party was done on that side. So they were like, even if it shuts down, they could go there instead. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you y'all can do your thing. Because I was just with my team going down and they decided to come. When they came, the show was over and we was driving out. So we are like, okay, what's happening? The show over, I already performed, what we gonna do? She did it 2 times and party basically lock off. Sorry, we are leave now. The baby father said he know somewhere. I don't know the area, but he said he knew somewhere. So I was partying with Sonia. She was driving. She said, oh, you sure you want to go with them? Because we tired, you know? I said, well, I mean, a holiday. We could go now. So I can't go on the far from myself. Because we go back on Mandeville and then to do what? So she said, I'm up feet, whatever. We follow them. Go there and whatever happened. I wasn't drinking at all. On the way back now, we gonna left them. But I realized that they were behind us at one point. So I said, like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to call them and find out. So then I called her, I said, where you guys at? Because, you know, I'm just concerned. She said, Tyrone, that's his name. Tyrone sleep, you know. So we are going to pull him. I said, no, I'm going to come drive because we know you want to do a sound and know the place and whatever. She said, all right, fine. So we meet up, then meet up with herself with have a drive. Me go to the car, just I said to her, I'm going to the camera, I said to her, say, the car, you know, I feel so like in other parts. Because it was, I think, on the media where she just got the car.
Yeah.
Congratulations on her and her car and whatever. But just driving it, I'm a person. I've been through a lot of vehicles until I, you know, went upgrade over the years. So when I get into a car, my experiences of having older cars over the years, I knew something was wrong with it. So I'm like, I was said to her, you sure that car 100? Them just get it. I think they had plates on it. I don't know if it was the right place or whatever, but they just got it registered or whatever. And I'm like, this kind of ready for the road and agree, but we did the agenda. We are having a conversation. I come around car and I realize that the car now on the brakes. And I see where we're going into a wall. No. Me, you know, having my experiences. Me know say I'm going to the wall and this little car me go there. So me turning in the bush. So I said to myself, Kizzy, Tony car in the bush because over this up, the most you can do, I run through the bush with the car. But on the speed of not having control of the vehicle and the brake not working, if we go in that wall, one of us or all of us can die. And it's a little car. So I said, turn it in the bush. It's vanity. Lisa could have, remember now, I'm so conscious in this accident to the point where I know what to do. The road is clear. There's no cars coming. So I said, turn in the bush. Even if you flip or something, we stand a better chance than going into that wall. So I turn it in the bush. I'm going to turn the bush. It just jammed in the bush and it stopped. You know, like a front part kind of mash up. But it's nothing that wasn't fixable. Probably 200 US could fix it back if you ask me. But, you know, they started crying for the car. And I'm like, whoa. We stand in the bush and I kind of feel sprain up and pain up or whatever. But I wasn't dead. And thank God. I live to tell the tale. But the reaction after the vehicle crash, it surprised me. I remember one instance where my very good friend, crashed my car when he was driving. And when Mrs. Sam crashed, I come out and say, he must say, oh, Christ, I crashed the car. I said, we are careful, we're not dead. And I fixed it out of my pocket because I'm like, it's vanity, it's a piece of car. I can always get another car, even if it's through the bank. It don't matter where, but I can always get a car, but I couldn't buy back life. I was just happy that we were alive. So when I saw the reaction of the car, after the accident, I was like, what is this? Like, it's just weird to me as a person who does not, you know, worship vanity or value life more. So I'm like, it was just so surprising. I'm like, whoa, what do I do now? You know, it's just a lot.
And then this is when the fans started to turn on you. And you started to get mad with you at this time here because they figured this girl just got the car a week ago. You understand? And the car crashed.
That's the thing. I feel like it was a time frame of which she got the car that caused the whole excitement because it was a big congratulations. And then everybody was so happy for her. She said it's her first car or whatever. And, you know, they were clapping for her. And then to know that it got in an accident, I happened to be driving at the time. They were like, oh, whatever, KIZZY, always a crash because I had an accident prior to that one, but I wasn't driving. My friend was driving, but I let the media know that I got in an accident. So they were like, "Kizzy can't drive." Some people even said, "Bad man, I kill me. I'm gonna crash the girl car for spite." And I'm like, why would I do that? I have three cars. I'm not bad mind. And even when the accident happened, I told her I have an underfit that I used to rent. I said, listen, you can drive this until we sort this one out. You're not carless. And even before she purchased that car, her and baby father would come and ask me to borrow my keys, and I would lend them. You see what I'm saying? So it was just surprising for me how they, wow, it's just too much. Yeah.
But the thing with it, you did what Kizzy did, got the money together, and presented her with a new car.
I didn't even understand it, because I'm gonna tell you something. When the car crashed, I paid the wrecker to bring it home. We just crashed, not even 24 hours, and she's crying about getting her car back. A car cannot be fixed in one day. I didn't say I'm not gonna fix it. It just happened. Like the accident happened like 5:30 in the morning. By 10 o'clock, you're crying that you need your car back. That's weird to me. And I just paid 30 grand to bring it home on the wrecker. What what am I supposed to do? Put a headlight in it? That's crazy. I feel like it could have been handled differently. But sometimes you deal with certain people and they have a different mindset, and that's their way of dealing with a situation. Because even after all of that, she thought we would have been friends or we would have been cool, but I'm a different person from her. If she crashed my car, there's no way I would have dealt with it that way. But if that's who she is, I mean, I cannot change that. I have to learn from what happened and just move on. Yeah.
Just one of those things, I guess you learned from that also.
Yeah, I did. It was definitely a big lesson.
You and Deno cool right now?
I don't know. I don't know if we're cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you taking him up on the offer for a date?
He's not serious about the date.
Are you taking him up on the offer about the date?
He's not serious about a date.
How do you know?
I mean, we played a few matches. He asked me for a date publicly, but he hasn't reached out to me personally.
Okay, so then let me flip this. If he reaches out to you privately, are you going to take him up on the date?
It depends
On?
what it's going to be about.
It's a date. A date is anything. We could go bowling. We could go driving. We could do anything.
I don't know. I feel like I liked Deno because of the personality he portrays on the media. I like a funny guy. I like a guy that makes me laugh. I like a guy who's just, seem hyperactive. I like that. I was attracted to that. I am attracted to that. But I feel like his true personality off camera is not that. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I would have to have a sit down with him. I never sat down with him a day in my life. I don't know him. I just know the character when he's doing his comedies or whatever.
So what made you decide that I'm going to go to this event, going to buy these flowers, and I'm going to present it to the man on stage? What were you thinking? Why did you do that?
You know what? Being a true fan of a person, you know everything about them and their come up. I feel like his story was relatable to mine's. He was a barber. He had hustles and stuff like that. And I was just attracted to it. I was just drawn to it. So just watching him grow, and I'm like, wow, he's doing amazing for himself. I know his stories. I always follow up his interviews and stuff. I'm like, wow, I like him. And he's keeping this big party, his first party launching in his neighborhood where he's from. I was just thinking about, this is a celebration, and I'm just going to bring him some flowers, because usually men don't get flowers unless they die. Only when a man did a Jamaica, the people that throw roses. And I feel like if a person is living and I can bring you some flowers, I'm going to do that. So that's what I did. I brought some flowers as a way of, congratulations to you. And it went sour. Yeah.
Listen, your life on social media and the net and video has been so up, down, and in between. You understand?
You know what? All of it made me who I am now. So I'm just grateful. I have no regrets when it comes onto social media. I feel like everything happened. I've had a ton of viral moments, moments I didn't expect to go viral. I didn't even expect when I brought the flowers it would have been that viral.
Why wouldn't you think we're on a stage in front of this big crowd here? A gazillion people have out their phone. You don't think that something is going to happen?
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Let's go.
Going on that stage was the first of me since I got viral. Was the first appearance on a stage. I knew people know me, but I didn't know they know me like that. Which is crazy because I always get like 1 million views, 900,000 views, 800,000 views. Every video I drop on TikTok, boom. I just got to post for it to blow up. So I know people know me, but I didn't expect that because it's the first going on stage after being so viral. So I wasn't looking for that. When I went out, everybody was screaming and stuff. I'm like, wow, damn. And it was like, oh,
Up here
KIZZY,
already.
yeah,
Let's just go,
whatever.
right?
Yeah, I felt like it could have been handled differently, the whole situation, but things work how they did. And he invited me to his event now, this coming July. And it's the same, it's like an annual thing. Like, it's the same event now. And I'm like, I'm considering if I should go. But I don't know.
And now you're
'Cause
considering.
I'm considering because he invited me on live. He didn't reach out to me personally to say, oh, I want you to come. He just like, you're coming to Polo for Days this year. I feel like a personal invite would have been more appreciative. So I don't know if I'm going to go. If I get a show for that day, I might not be there. I don't know.
It's all good. Got one more thing in this realm of things. I got a file like this. But we're just going to do one more thing and then we're going to get into some stuff before I get you out of here. Doing your body now. All right.
Yeah.
Before you actually did it, you came on TikTok Live
Yeah.
saying you're depressed.
Yeah, because I didn't actually come on the live and said I was depressed. My friends did so. And, people, acquaintances who know what's going on, like Able Boss and them that had a personal contact to me that were able to reach out to me, they knew what was going on. So they let the media know. I never came and said I was depressed. They did that for me because they knew my condition at the time. So after, just taking it a day at a time, I came on live and my fans were asking if I was okay. And I told them, yes, I'm just taking things. Everything was just a shocker for me. Everything that went down with the whole accident, it just kind of traumatized me because I've never experienced anything like that. I didn't know people could be so cruel. It was just so much like the world just tumbled down on me. And then all the comments, and I remember one person in particular saying, I'm going to die in a car crash. And that was one of them that really hit me. And I'm like, whoa, people are just, the world is just black, than I thought. So it really just put me in like a silent mode. Like, I'm like, okay, how do I recover from all of this? It was just a lot to deal with. I never came and said I was depressed. I was in no condition to do so because I was just in a down moment and they just wanted to know, let the fans know what was going on with me at the time. So, yeah.
So then how did the new body fit into all of this at the same time now?
I'm going to tell you what happened. The whole body thing was being processed months before because I had to go on iron tablets and a whole ton of change in my diet before I went to do my surgery. And when the depression state hit, I'm like, I took a break for a while and I'm like, okay, I always wanted to do cosmetic procedures. I'm just going to go and get it done. Maybe that's going to make me feel a lot better too. And I was just, I don't think depression has a state or a time. Like to say, oh, I'm supposed to be depressed for 5 months. I have people around me that loves me and care for me that's overseeing and making sure that I'm doing better. It's not like, okay, because they said I'm depressed, I'm supposed to be depressed for a year. I don't see how depression has a time. You could be depressed tonight and next week you're okay. And that's what I want the media to understand what depression is. And for those who don't understand, they can Google the term, the definition, and just read about it. People can depress for many reasons and everybody deals with depression differently. So when they were saying, oh, she was depressed and she gone to the body, it's like they expected me to be depressed for a year or 2 or 10 months. And that was crazy to me. Like I just took a break and I was just dealing with my thing behind closed doors. My friends, my families, they were just there for me. I have good people in my corner. For that, I'm really, really thankful. So I overcome and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to proceed to do my surgery because I've always wanted to do that for myself. Yeah.
Did you think that would have made you feel better after doing it? And did it make you feel better after doing it?
Honestly, I thought it would have made me feel better because it's something that I've always wanted to do. And I was like, okay, my date is coming up soon. And I already, as I told you, for surgery, you have to plan it. It's not like, and by the way, I'm an ambassador for them. They selected me for the surgery. So, after doing the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, surgery, I gotta go. I gotta go to DR soon. I just went. And yeah, it did make me feel better because I had a stomach and I didn't like it. So it's gone now.
So you're
I'm
good
happy.
now.
Yeah, I'm good now. I had my boobs done too. My boobs, I didn't like my boobs before surgery. And now I go topless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see this. So you're having fun.
A lot of fun.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I said, I got a file like this, but we're not here. This is the first time you're in Toronto. I just want to
Yeah.
have a real rounded conversation with you. And this is why I'm even going to bring up this song here, Dweet. All right? This seems
Yeah.
like your most personal song. Yeah, you have these
Yeah.
other songs, Throat Goat and
Yeah,
Don't Not Throat and all of
what?
them. There.
I
But
wish you
this
never
is
bring up that
different.
song because every time that song is brought up in an interview, I cry because that song was written from my heart. But I'm not gonna cry today. So
But you could see, because again, this is when you see the visuals, you're just being a normal person, not
right,
all of the unnecessary glam and all of them things
right,
and all of the stuff you talk about before. But this one here, you could see this one came from a real deep, dark,
for
serious,
real.
emotional place.
It did. It's from my life. I feel like when you write a song about what you went through, it's just different. The feeling about it is different. I was blasting it in my car the other day, and I got goosebumps still because I'm like, damn, that song. I sing this song, and it's like my whole life is just the song. And every time I listen to another line of it, I'm like, damn, I start having, my past start. I started seeing things again. So, that song was written from my heart, and, it's just about me and what I went through. So it's my story. Everybody has a story to tell, and I did so in my song.
And you felt at in your career, this is the best time to put out a song like this to show your versatility, that I could do different styles of music also.
That's true, but I just put it up because I wanted people to know. Because a lot of people will see me and say, oh, you don't look like what you went through or what you say you went through. You're lying. And I'm like, I don't have to look like what I went through. I'm not there anymore. Things changed. So, I mean, it's just, that song is, trust me, that song is my song. Do it. You guys check it out. KIZZY on Do It.
For sure.
Yeah.
2024. What does the rest? Because we're basically halfway in the year right now.
Yeah, we're halfway.
What does the rest of the year look like for KIZZY?
Stardom, more and more stardom, more energy, more drive, achieving more, definitely just working on where I want to be. I'm very patient with myself. I don't put a time frame on stuff. I'm not going to say, oh, by next month, I want to be big in music, because I know music is a process. And I feel like what comes fast, leave faster. Sometimes God processes something before he gives it to you, because I feel like God is preparing me. When I say that, I mean he wants to make sure when I get what I ask for, I know what to do with it. If he wanted to give it to me before, he would have. But he's just, processing my blessing, because he and I know when it comes, it's coming to stay. What comes fast, leave faster. So I'm all about the patience. It's like climbing a ladder. I'm going up. I cannot run. A ladder is straight. You're going up like a hill, whatever. If you run up the ladder, it might turn over. I don't want to tumble. I will walk up. And if I take a step up and I feel tired and I got to put another leg down, I will do so. Back down, because I know I'm going up. I'll take my time. Patience. I mean, I'm patient. I'll get there. Yeah.
So will we see a body of work or just more singles, or what's the direction that you want to take your career right now?
Definitely looking for more opportunities. When it comes on to like collaborations, I'm not certain as to a lot of them right now. The Angel and I have something coming soon.
Okay.
Yes, so I confirm hers because I'm positive that it's gonna happen, but it's just her for right now. More singles, yes. We're just working on me, with guidance from her and my other peers and stuff. We're just doing what we can do for right now, and over time, opportunity might come. God might send some help. You never know who's watching. I'm forever humble and I'm grateful for whoever decides to reach out and assist me with my career. But as of right now, it's just me and Angie, and we're just making it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm going to tell you something sitting in that red chair right now. You're over there and I'm over here, and Angel is in the corner here.
Hi, Angel.
All right. You guys are going to come at a crossroad in your friendship relationship one of these days.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this much. Don't let no outside forces determine what either one of you guys are going to do when you guys get to that hard place in the friendship. Because you see this business that you're in called dance hall and artists and artistry and all this, this is a rough and tough, hard game. And worse that you guys have social media, millions of views and all this, people are going to be in your DM. People are going to be in your ears. People are going to say all type of things. Don't make anybody else make a decision for you about what you guys have going on here outside of you guys.
And you know what? Knowing the person that I am, I've had persons that also has a big platform, connections to them, and things happen between us. Nobody really knows because you see with me, when it comes on to me and people, I think no one is perfect, really. I'm not perfect. A lot of times I piss off Angie. And, people don't got to know about that. And even if our friendship falls apart, and I hope God forbids that, I'm not the type of person to come and discuss things or talk bad about someone that did good for me. Because some people say you do 99 good and you do one bad and them chastise you. If me and Angie should fall out, I got no words because where I'm at right now and she's pulling me up, I'm just like, it's just something I can't forget because people don't always run to assist me. People don't always try to help me to rise. And for somebody like her to help me to rise up, whatever happens between us, more I lock my mouth, I'm going to have nothing to say. And that's it. I'm not looking clout or bringing down somebody that helped me up. I'm not a person like that. If that was what I wanted, I could have did a lot of people dirty. But I don't need clout. I'm not hungry for clout. I'm already known. If I need to go viral, I just got to take my phone up and I got to say, hey, Jamaica, what are you guys doing? Today I'm cooking eggs. And that's it. I don't need to downgrade nobody for clout. That's not me. I go viral off myself. People know me. People love me. I don't need to bring down a friendship or to talk bad about a person that I was, sharing the same oxtail and white rice with, because he was just sharing oxtail and white rice from the one plate this morning. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I'm got to make mention of this today because my word got to stick on camera.
100%.
And, life goes on and that's it, And big up Angie all the time, no matter what, because Angie's there. Angie's our boss.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Last one I have for you. KIZZY Dan. All right? Because I know you also go as KIZZY Daniels and KIZZY Dan.
I no longer go as KIZZY Daniels because it's caused a confusion with the African artist KIZZY Daniel. So it was like, wasn't working out. So I was like, KIZZY. My mom always called me KIZZY Dan. And I'm like, it's D-O. I'm just going to say D-O-N. I'm like, KIZZY Dan. So, yeah.
So it's really your mom that basically gave you your name before you even got into anything.
I gave myself the name. She ain't gave me nothing. Yeah. I just shortened it.
Yeah.
I no longer go KIZZY Daniels. It's KIZZY Dan for right now. She ain't give me no name. She don't even like my music. Yeah.
Your music is quite interesting. We'll just leave it at that because certain things you're saying and getting away with now in 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
I seen Lisa Hype get chastised and her career was basically demolished from a picture.
And shout out to Lisa
You
Hype,
understand? And you're singing it and this is what everybody's embracing. Listen, it's a different time right now.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? Floor is yours. Anybody you want to big up, anything you want to say, leave some social media contacts where they could check you out, all that good stuff before I get you out of here.
Okay, I want to big up myself. I want to big up God if you're listening, if you're watching, I big you up. I want to big up my podcast once more, KIZZY TV. Follow my social media platforms at One KIZZY Don everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I want to big up Bridget, my friend Bridget. She's, very good to me and I really love her. Big up Sonia. Big up the whole entourage. They all know themselves. Big up my mom because she going to see this and say, oh, you left me with and I may bring you come on earth. So I'm going to big up herself. I don't know you're the boss and everything. Angel there, so I can't big her up all the time. Who big up now? Ricardo, remember say, owe me some money now. You're going to need it. Ricardo Schemas, 45. You owe me some money, bossy. Pay up. Big up. Entertainment Report Podcast. Make sure you guys check it out. KIZZY on.
KIZZY, thank you so much for pulling up. You understand? And actually having a conversation. This is the first time in a long time that I spoke to another podcaster. So it was a easy vibe. You understand?
Because we're processed for this,
This is what we do. One other warning I'm going to give you before we get out of here. you got your break on TikTok, but you almost exist in a very dark place in TikTok. You see that place where you exist? Be careful of that. It's always so much drama and mix up and hearsay and this and that.
You know
gotta be
what?
careful of that
I know.
place where you exist.
I'm gonna tell you something too. You see, because it's the whole drama and mix up, when it comes down to my corporate deals, I'm an ambassador for Rumba, an ambassador for Loud Fashion. Shout out the brand, I'm wearing Loud Fashion today. And I want to big up Miss Donisha Johnson as we speak right now. You know, she signed me, she gave me a contract, the first ever contract I got. When it comes on to the darkness that you're talking about, I'm very familiar with it. And because of my, collaborations and my contracts and me trying to go corporate, I try to not associate with it. Not that I feel like I'm better than people, but I feel like the drama, when it comes on to what I signed to, they asked me specifically to not be in any drama if I'm going to represent their brand. So these people basically gave me a chance, to just be different and just elevate myself. And for that, I'm really grateful. So you won't see me in no drama, because if I get in drama, I'm going to lose my checks. And I'm all about my money. I don't play about that. So I'm not in no drama right now. We just maintain the peace. If we see drama, though, we got to dip. I see the drama, I'm out of here. I'm not interested. Goodbye. That's what you said? Are you sure, honey? Everything good? See you some other time. We good. And that's it. I don't entertain it. I have no time for it. And also, I must have never with First Lady, I can't be nothing shaky. I don't see her doing nothing shaky. And she also encourages me. She's like, remember, said me, I power in the girl. If you know what you're doing, you see what I'm saying? So I got to respect those that's helping me. So before I do drama, I'm going to call them. Say, what's up, what's good? Like, no, man, I'm say, all right, whatever. And you know what, too? I'm not even big in the drama thing. It's always like the whole flower situation, the accident. I'm not really big in no drama. Because maybe if I was, I wouldn't got my contracts. So
It's all good.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, KIZZY, big up yourself.
Big up.
Angel, big up yourself. True Vibes, big up yourself, boss. Thank you for making it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. From this first sit-down podcaster to podcaster, first time in Toronto, you know what I mean? It's a good look.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Out.
KIZZY. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.